Hi guys, Dane here, and today, as you probably guessed from the title, I'm here to do the Stranger Things tag. So, the Stranger Things tag was created by Sarah Sunbeams, who I recently subscribed to and definitely recommend, and I stole this from Todd the Librarian, who you should also subscribe to. So, there are a set of questions, and we'll go through each of those questions, and I'll answer them with a book, and then at the end, I'm going to tag some other people to take the Stranger Things challenge tag. Oh, alright, let's go. Epic intro. The opening sequence of Stranger Things is amazing and really grabs your attention. Name a book that grabbed your attention from the first page. This one for me was easy, and I've gone for The Exorcist by William Peter Blatty. Now, the reason I can say this grabbed me from the first page is it's one of the few books which I know the opening sentence of off by heart or close enough. So it's something like the brief doomed flare from 1,000 exploding suns that registers dimly on blind men's eyes, the beginning of the horror passed almost unnoticed. Let me check whether I got that right. Oh, there's a bloody prologue. Now, I imagine you know what The Exorcist is about, but the actual book is really good, and it's definitely a 5-star read, although when William Peter Blatty died, the following day I got a takedown email to my book blog from his son asking me to take down the photo that accompanied my review. So I did, and replaced it with an almost identical photo that was Creative Commons and I could legally use. So take that, son of Blatty. Now I really am going to get sued, aren't I? Okay. Question 2, Dungeons and Dragons. Name a fantasy world you would like to experience yourself. Now for this one, I've gone for The Magic Faraway Tree by Enid Blyton. So this is obviously a kid's book. It's actually great. They've had to update it recently because there are characters called like Dick and Fanny, and then I believe there are racist character names that I'm not going to go into here because what's cool about the faraway tree is you climb the faraway tree, and at the top branches of the tree point into a different magical land every day. So it says here, the land of spells, or the land of topsy-turvy, or even the land of do as you please. And there is a land I specifically remember called the land of take what you want, where you can literally go around and just take stuff, and it's not a crime, it's not theft. So I want to go to the land of take what you want and steal a bunch of shit so that I can sell it on eBay and become a millionaire. Question number 3, squad goals. When 11 met Mike, Dustin and Lucas, it was a mostly perfect team. Name your favourite bookish group of friends. So for this one, I have gone for the Fellowship from the Fellowship of the Ring from J.R.R. Tolkien. The reason I've gone for the Fellowship is because they're such a diverse group of characters. So obviously you've got Boromir, and he's kind of contrasts against Aragorn. You've got Legolas contrasting against Gimli. You've got Merry and Pippin contrasting against Frodo and Sam. And then obviously you've got Gandalf, who is just a badass. So I think they're a really interesting group of friends, and they'd be a good group to travel with. Question number 4, ABCs and Christmas lights. Joyce Byers goes mad with grief after Will goes missing. Name your favourite mentally unhinged character. Now this one is really obvious for me. I've gone for Misery by Stephen King, and obviously we're going for Annie Wilkes. So I guess quite a lot of you probably know what this is about, but basically it's about a writer called Paul Sheldon. He gets injured in an accident, he gets taken in by this absolutely mental woman who is his #1 fan, and basically she tortures him over time until he rewrites one of his books to make her happy. Fun fact about this book, actually, I was talking to this with Todd the Librarian the other day, and basically King wrote a book called The Eyes of the Dragon, which is a really nice fantasy novel, and very good, very much recommended from me. But he received a bunch of hate mail from his hardcore horror fans because of it, and that experience is what encouraged him to write Misery. Number 5, The Upside Down. Name a book that was the opposite of what you expected. This one might get me a little bit of hate, because I've gone for Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn, and the reason I've gone for this is because everyone was talking about how good it was, and I read it and thought it was basically a pile. No offense, Gillian Flynn, but I thought it was very predictable. There were supposed to be lots of twists and turns, and it was pretty predictable. Fundamentally unlikable characters. I kind of hoped that pretty much everybody involved died. And then it spawned a bunch of rip-offs as well, like The Girl on the Train, which is basically Gone Girl set in Britain and then ported back to America for the movie. It's just all getting a bit ridiculous, quite frankly. Question number 6, mad scientists. Dr. Brenner likes to get freaky with humanity. Name the freakiest dystopian government you can think of. Now obviously this is George Orwell. However, I didn't go for 1984, I went for Animal Farm, and the reason behind this is that the animals do form a kind of government of their own in which, all animals are equal, but some are more equal than others. And to be honest, obviously 1984 and Animal Farm are both incredible reads, and they're the kind of books that everybody should read once in their lifetime. But Animal Farm in particular, I think, really stands out because you can read this at pretty much any age and you will get a feel for the freaky dystopian government. And I'm still sad about Boxer. Okay, question number 7. Demogorgon. Name a scary, bookish creature that you would not want to come through your walls. I've gone for Mort by Terry Pratchett, and I've gone for Death. Although, actually, Death isn't that scary, as I think you'll find if you read the Discord books. He's actually kind of hilarious. But I still wouldn't want Death to come through my walls, because that is a bad sign. If you see Death in the corner of your room, it's Death. It's not a positive omen. So, you know. Although I guess if the Demogorgon comes through the wall, you will probably see Death shortly afterwards. And final question. Question 8. Cliffhanger ending. Well, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe. No, okay. Cliffhanger ending. Name a book that left you wanting more. Philip Pullman, The Subtle Knife. So this is the second book in His Dark Materials trilogy. And specifically, this left me wanting more because I read the first 2 books and then there was like a 3-year gap before he published the end of the end of the trilogy. And without meaning to do spoilers here, I want to read you the last line, or one of the last lines. It's not the last line, it's actually about 6 lines before the end, but it says, Will was shaking his head. It couldn't be true, but it was. Lyra was gone, Lyra was captured, Lyra was lost. And then there's this much of the book left, and then I had to wait 3 years to find out what frickin' happened. So, I think the wait between The Subtle Knife and The Amber Spyglass for me was worse than the wait between any of the Harry Potter books. Possibly because I knew The Amber Spyglass was the last one. And also, I mean, this trilogy, man. This is what brought in my love of reading. So anyway, that is the tag over. I'm going to tag 3 people to take this, and I believe they haven't taken it, but I could be wrong. Links are below to their channel, so I'm going to tag Kit Kats Can Read, Pucks and Paperbacks, Graham Quigley as well. So you 3, please take the tag because I want to see what your answers are, and otherwise please leave a comment, let me know what you thought about the tag and the epic intro that I stole from some website basically, and please hit the subscribe, the like button, all of that stuff, and I will see you in another bookish video soon. P.S. I'm wearing my Tetris Science Museum t-shirt because it's the most 80s t-shirt I own, and it's not really that 80s. Don't tell anyone.